Welcome back to their Marvel Snap video. Today, we are working a little bit outside of the box, looking to counteract Loki, and honestly, this deck feels like a real winner into this metagame. The Phoenix Force, I'm not kidding you, the Phoenix Force feels like an appropriate card for attacking Loki. One of the best ways to work against this deck that's taking your cards and trying to use them against you is by using not only synergy cards, so they have to get the right combination of cards to use your deck well, but also synergy cards that play out fully over the course of multiple turns. Phoenix Force, with its setup requiring you to get that multiple man down and then destroy it and then move it around and top it off with a Heimdall, means that even if your opponent picks up all the key pieces of your combo with a turn 4 or turn 5 Loki, they're simply not going to have time to execute it in the same powerful manner that you are. Similarly, the secondary game plan in this deck that also leverages the Destroy package, utilizing Deadpool with buffs like Forge as well as Hulkbuster to make it bigger when we blow it up to then eventually copy it with Taskmaster, is something that the Loki deck just has a hard time replicating over the few turns that they're going to have cards out of your deck, even if they get the right combination of cards. There's going to be a lot of times where the Loki deck grabs 4, 5, or 6 cards from your deck, and they're just like this awkward mix of the two wrong halves, and they're just not going to have a cohesive game plan against you. This strategy that Loki has a hard time mimicking, along with the fact that this deck is able to consistently put out big numbers, meant that I was just shoving Loki players in a trash can again and again and again while we played this deck. I hope you have fun watching those Loki players get trash canned. I would love to know what you've been working on for your brews to attack this metagame. If you enjoy this take that I have for you today, be sure to snap that like button. For the rest of the day, though, have fun watching Loki get canned. Yep. It's a very, very good draw. So I move this, I play this, I end up with 13, 8, 13, 8, and then I end up with 13, 0, 2, 8, and then 8 plus 13 here. That's fine. Well, they just didn't play for the middle at all, so playing the Heimdall left is actually perfect, right? A little bit short on 41 on the left here. Telling me they need this card nerfed. I'm not allowed to share the exact contents of it because it's technically NDA'd, but there's also a creator chat that I'm in that's just like a bunch of creators talking about needing an emergency OTA. Just like, I feel like I'm taking fucking crazy pills. If we draw Carnage, we can lean in on the Deadpool. If we draw Phoenix Force, we can lean in on the multiple man. I think it's heckin' awesome that they go absolutely crazy, and it's flavorful. It's flavorful that Loki goes crazy with himself. I mean, we're just gonna do it again, right? Like, I get to eat this. I get to go Phoenix Force into Ghost Spider the Phoenix Force next turn. I think part of the reason a lot of the sweaty tryhards are so mad about Loki is that Loki makes tech cards bad. And I think that this being like the first time in the history of Marvel Snap that stuff like Shang-Chi and other tech cards kind of suck. Because a lot of the people that fancy themselves super good at games love tech cards. Tech cards are reactive cards. Things like Shang-Chi, Enchantress, Shadow King, you can't really play these types of effects efficiently against this deck because your deck also has to not be weak to them. That we're in a metagame where Shang-Chi's kind of whatever. Or you have to actually think about Shang-Chi. Because, like, it's an interesting dynamic is Shang-Chi is actually kind of good against the opponent's deck. But because they're going to draw your Shang-Chi, Shang-Chi is only good against their deck if it's also not good against yours. That's the kind of catch-22, is you can only play Shang in this matchup if Shang isn't also beating you. Okay, so obviously I'm moving this here. And then there's a question of, am I playing around Heimdall? If they Heimdall here, they end up with 15-28, right? They go 21-28. So if I play Chavez here, I beat my own Heimdall left. And then I'm just counting on 23 to be enough to win here. I think we do this to beat my own Heimdall left. My brain is fucking huge! Victory. Got him! This deck is so hyper important to have your bits that I don't think you can realistically cut those cards. I would bet money we're a better Elysium deck than they are. I'm gonna snap. It's actually super awkward for us because now I can't kill my Deadpool on two. What age are you? I am the ripe old age of 32. However, if I seem much older than that, it's because I have 3 children. And every child that you have ages you by a minimum of 5 additional years. It's tough sledding out here sometimes. Oh my god! Lamaria is actually perfect because it means the Deadpool doesn't bounce back to my hand with Adelan. I get to kill multiple man, but Deadpool comes back to my hand, so the Phoenix Force is guaranteed to hit multiple man. So the Deadpool plan doesn't interfere with the Phoenix Force plan. Can we redraw Phoenix Force? Speaking of, sometimes lucky dealer. Nailed it. Pre-recorded, etc., etc. God, this deck is gas. Yeah, take my cubes, Cosmo. Otherwise, we gotcha. Things that is not, chat. Look at the pure arrogance of this Loki player, thinking that they've won the game with their busted card. Yeah, maybe it's just Heimdall this turn and we save the Forge Taskmaster for the last turn. I think I'm into that. A Carnage for the left. So they have an 8 power Deadpool. Oh wait, I did my math wrong. I didn't realize I was filling the center. I think it's just this, right? Yeah. So I think I need to play for all 3 here.
Victory.
Could read, they'd be very upset, mood. I'm gonna repeat this a lot, I'm sure, because gamers. I think a very significant portion of the outrage and outcry about Loki being too good is a result of people playing Loki mirrors where Loki goes insane in the mirrors. Am I supposed to snap? I'm gonna wait and see if they have a Loki. If they have a Loki this turn, they could maybe do stuff. RNG is the life's blood of games like Marvel Snap. It's very, very good and important for the game. Oh, I can play to Sanctum. Oh, I totally can play to Sanctum, can't I? Yeah, good shout. These dino builds never seem to be that impressive. Like, the good thing about these Loki decks is Loki lets you empty your hand. We haven't seen Cosmo out of them yet. Not all of these builds play Cosmo.
They dig up this time.
Oh no! How will I ever beat 20 points of power on the right, chat? Oh. You gotta remember, chat, in card games, sometimes your opponent is going to have it all, but the key is making it so you don't pay them out for a lot of cubes in the games where they have it all. That's the key. Stop messing up and giving them 4 and 8 cubes in the games where your opponent has their nut draw. Give them 1 and 2 cubes. I think it's just this. And then next turn, I go Deadpool, Hulkbuster. We hope to draw Deathlock or Venom. Funny. That's a forge, right? Sure. Taskmaster? Come on, Davies. This Twitch stream's pre-recorded, etc., etc. Thanks for hanging out. Well, we'll see where we end up at. What our last turn looks like is going to depend on what our opponent does here for sure. They could have a Heimdall from their Loki is something worth talking about. I mean, okay. I should put Forge here and then Heimdall, because that gives me 22 here, which beats the Collector getting bigger, and then it gives me 16 here, and we duck a Shang-Chi. Yes, final answer. And again, the only reason I'm taking this play is some people play Shang or what's it called in their deck, and I just want to not lose to Shang or what's it called. Because there's no reason to give them that out.
Victory.
The snapping grounds, chat. Push the button.
Opponent snapped.
One multiple man, please. Our basic deck idea is that we want to do one of those two things to have a shot at comboing. I'll flip a coin here. Maybe that's wrong. Oh, I have to play for the center now, basically. Nailed it. Okay, so I can Venom into Forge, and then next turn I could go 15 power Deadpool, 15 power Taskmaster, win the game.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
We're 50% to be happy with the results of that Spider-Man. 50%. This was actually kind of an impressive game, huh? Opponent doing Cerebro 5 calculus to figure out if they could win or not. I think that does it, chat. We have beaten the Omega Red Gamer. That was pretty sick. That's all. Snap the like button if you'd be so kind, and check back in again tomorrow for another highlight.